Get everything fixed here. I see some people coming in, but I'm trying to work on some settings here for for a minute, so hang on. I need some color here to adjust. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. You know, the camera looks a little, there we go. Hey guys, I'm just doing an impromptu. I don't know if anybody else is streaming this morning. If anybody is, feel free to go watch them. I'm gonna color. I'm gonna color this morning. I want to work on this girl and work on my lighting settings. But let's go ahead and actually want to, maybe if I just bring the camera, I'm going to jiggle the camera. I'm trying to decide if I want to lower the camera. I think I want to lower the camera rather than zoom in. So I'm playing with settings for a few minutes, guys. I didn't announce this or anything. Let's see. How do I want to do that? Don't want to put that on there. Okay, I'm going to cover up the camera for a minute so I can move. I don't want y'all to get all sick. So I'm just going to, I got to move my whole, what do you call it here? Yardstick. Okay. All right, let's see here. Okay. So I'm going to play with my settings for a minute. That looks pretty good. All right, let's see. So I'm going to color in the Japanese girls. Hey, Sharon. Hey, anybody. Hey, Ian. I didn't really expect anybody to be here or show up. I'm going to, let's see, it needs to go this way. I'm trying to play with some of my camera settings. I think I'm going to get another C920 because apparently my old this is the C930, which does not have light lock. But the C920 has light lock, but apparently my C920 crackles. So I don't know if the camera, it's probably 6-7 years old, so I might just need a new C920. But I don't know, they're harder to find now. I guess they're kind of phasing those out. But I'll have to look into which Logitechs have light lock, like this one does not. Which Logitechs, the new ones, have light lock. And yeah, so. How you doing, Ian? Good to see you. I love seeing your posts, Ian. You're an awesome artist. All right, let's see what I want to do here. Do I want to go? I think I might put a little skin color down first. So do I want her to be more bronzy? Let's see. So yeah. Oh, I lost my chat. There we go. Hey, Charlene. Hi, everyone. Popping in. That's one of the bad things about YouTube Live is you can't fix things pre-live. It's you go live, then you have to get all your settings. So, yeah. So let's see here. I'll work on her. Just use a use the independent. Yeah, I guess I could do that, but I have an old mic. I guess I could just get a new mic. That might work, Ian. That might be a good idea, actually. Just get a new mic instead of a new camera. Oh, good, Vanessa. Hey, Sharon. All right, something's jiggling. That's the only problem with where I have my camera. I can't jiggle the table. Well, we're gonna roll with it today. Let's see that. See what happens. Probably want a little golden color in there. Hey, Graceland. Hey, Stars. That's some Pan Pastels on the try it table. Oh, did you try them, Stars? I hope you tried them. I need a paper towel. Yeah, see, this is the only thing about where I have my stick for my camera. It touches my table. That means I can't bump my table or it moves the camera but I wanted it lowered, so I didn't know how to do that at this moment. I probably need to put it on that other shelf, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm just going to go with it. Can everybody hear me okay? I don't know if my volume sounds all right. Where did the girl come from? Out of the Japanese color book. This one right here. Charlene. Hey, Rosalind. Hey, Jolie Diffie. Hey, Amelia. So, yeah. Again, if I bump my table, I'm going to have to be careful so that I don't jiggle the camera. Let's see, I need it right here. So that means I'm going to go this way. So that means the camera's got to go this way. There we go. I know, and I wanted to get some more Pan Pastel practice in. So that's why I'm doing this. I want to get more Pan Pastel practice. There we go. Hey, CB. Anybody else, Kim? Anybody else coming in? All right, so let me just work on her skin. I don't really know what colors. I'm thinking I want some kind of a gold or silver kind of halo around her, but I'm not sure. I'm going to try to talk quieter because the camera is like really close now to my face. So let's just go ahead and start with cleaning off the tip here a little bit. Hey, Kenny, how you doing? I'm just doing an impromptu today. I want to practice on my Pan Pastels. So I thought while I'm sitting here, I'll go ahead. Oh, and the other thing too, guys, the video from yesterday, it shows it's still processing. I don't know what's going on. I've not had that issue with YouTube Live before, but only half the video rendered. It still shows processing, but it's never taken more than 2 hours. And this is taken overnight and it's still processing, and it's only showing like 2 hours of the video and no chat. So we'll see how this one goes. But the one from yesterday, Yeah, it's half there and no chat. No fault of mine that I know of. So you had an issue uploading yesterday too. Oh, well, good to be have you here, Kenny. Well, maybe YouTube is having some issues yesterday. So I'm live now. We'll see what happens with this one. Right? But the video from yesterday cut in like 2 hours in, an hour and a half, something like that. It was close to like 3.5, almost 4 hour video, and only 2 hours is there. And it starts in the middle. It starts in the middle of me doing the sea creature. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, so I'm gonna pull. So I'm just gonna take my time, and hopefully I'm close enough where you can see. I'm pretty zoomed in. I mean, the camera's low, I should say. Remember, if y'all want to ask me anything, put it in caps. Kathy, it's the Japanese girls. I've already done 2 out of this book. I should pull those out. Let me. They're in my binder. Let me take them out of the binder here. Oh, let me get them out. So I've done this one out of the same book. Hey, Kangaroo Babe. Hey, Lynn. Yeah, surprise stream. I wanted to work on some Pan Pastels. And then I did this one. And they're both out of the Japanese girls book. So, yeah. So I don't know what colors I'm going to do her clothing or anything yet. I haven't decided. But again, guys, I'll try not to bump my table, but my camera is lowered and it's touching the table. That means I can't move. So I'll just be gentle today. Thanks, Graceland. Thanks, guys, for being here. Yes, I love the Pan Pastels, especially on skin. And grayscale is perfect for Pan Pastels because they're translucent like watercolor, but they don't get your paper wet. Right? I should probably move these over here so I don't have to reach over you guys. There we go. I don't have to reach over the page to get to the pastels. So what's everybody else doing today? I know it's early for a lot of people. It's early here. It's not even just after 8. You can watch with your iPad and order with your phone. Graceland. Oh my goodness. That's funny right there. And of course, any really tiny details you get with pencil. You can get the shading and the blending of the face and stuff like this with the pastels, but like dark in her mouth, the pupils in her eyes, that kind of thing. I'm gonna put a little bit of yellow in there. You have to get that with pencil. That's too tiny. I'll lay that flat there. Blend that out. So tiny details you get with pencil. And again, guys, I have no idea what happened to yesterday's video. It's just, there's half of it's there and no chat. And in my settings in YouTube, it shows it's still processing. which that's something's wrong there that it's doing that. Oh, well, I hope you're feeling better, Donna. You're painting a sponge bun, a muffin. Oh, is that what a sponge bun, Ian? A muffin in watercolor? A sponge bun. That's funny. So I'm really trying to learn the pan pastels. So it takes a lot of practice, just like anything does. Any new medium you're using is going to take practice. And I might go spray in between here later when I get further along, just to have that everything set before I kind of put the fine details in. You're doing your nails, Galena. Good to see you, by the way. Oh, good, Donna. So I'm wondering if one of my girls, I had this girl, she had kind of yellow gold eyes, kind of greeny gold, kind of like these colors. And then this girl has brown eyes. I'm not sure what color eyes I want. I don't necessarily, when I do one of these, have it like she could have purple eyes if I have purple in her outfit. I don't necessarily. Yeah, I have two different sprays. I have not I have not worked over the Spectrafix. I've sprayed things with Spectrafix, but I haven't worked on top of the Spectrafix yet to see how that works. And then I have the Grumbacher Final Fixative, which seems to have less odor than the well, it's not called temporary fixative. What's it called? Yeah, I found a good mount. Okay, I found a good mount for my camera attached to my desk. Yeah, the only problem, yeah, I have all kinds of camera. I mean, I have my camera now on a yardstick, and I can slide it back and forth. I have other ones. I have, the bouncy, the curly ones, and I have all different kinds. But if you attach it to your desk, you can't bump your desk. So that's why I like my yardstick method, because right behind me here's a bookcase, and I can slide the yardstick in the bookcase, and it doesn't touch anything on my desk. If you have a mount like here, like this one, like this kind that clamps to your desk, mounts in here. If you use this kind and it's attached to your desk, you bump your desk, your camera jiggles. So it's best to have your camera not touching anything that's touching your desk. So yeah, I have all different kinds though, Kathy. Yeah, but thank you. But I have all kinds of yeah, yeah. And because my desk is with the bookcase right there, well, my marker build, pencil and marker build is right there. So what I wanted to test today was moving the camera rather than just a lot of zooming in. So I lowered my camera this morning, and my build is right there. And on top of the build, like here's the build, then there's a box. And now my camera yardstick is sitting on that box, which sits on the build, which sits on the desk, which means if I jiggle the desk, it moves the camera. Look, see, I just jiggled my desk and it moved the camera. So that's the bad thing about those desk attachment types is the jiggle. So yeah. So right now though, I can jiggle it if I bump it too hard. Whoops, I got a little too much in her eye there. I got to get my eraser out. Um, So I'm going to try to be gentle and not jiggle my table much or at all. I'm going to try. Let's see. Let me get in her little eye there. Yeah, I have tripods. This tripod, well, I have my camera is hanging from one of those ball joint gorilla clamp tripods in. And then I also have this kind. I have this one, which I can attach the camera to and sit right, down here to film. But again, it's touching the desk. So if you bump your desk, this jiggles. So yeah, I've got all kinds. Trust me. Over the 8 years I've been streaming, I did have the other thing that worked really well was my. I'll try to keep working while I'm doing here, but I'm just not sure with the colors, so I got to kind of think for a minute. Um, was a presentation stand. It's like a big giant easel, but it's made for huge, those big pads of paper when you're giving a presentation in a board meeting or something. It's on a big giant metal tripod, and I had that like hanging over my desk, and I used that for a few years. The problem with that is I would trip over it, bump into it. Now that I got the cats, if they come in, they'll bump into the that giant tripod. So I don't use that one anymore. Um, Yeah, and I've got all kinds of those. I've got the curly kind, I got a straight kind, I got the kind that attach to your desk. Or I could attach, if this, where is it? Oh, if this, if this was a little longer, I could clamp it to my bookcase and have it hanging over, but this is not long enough. So I just use it just works fine. A yardstick. I just have my camera mounted with the little ball joint thing wrapped around a yardstick. So it's just the best thing I've found that works for me. I mean, there's so many different things out there. I do want to get a new mic though anyway. And then when Ian suggested just getting a new mic instead of a new camera because apparently my 920 crackles, and I think it's just because it's old. Because I've had it for I had it for like, oh gosh, it was my second camera. So 6 or 7 years I've had the 920, and then I went to the 930, but the 930 doesn't have light lock. But it's so. This right here, yeah, you like this applicator? Yeah, I like it because it has these little clamp things like this. You just put them in the little holder. So you never have to buy a new holder. You just buy new little tips. Yeah, workable fixative. Yeah, Jillian, yeah. The Krylon workable fixative smells really bad. So the Grumbacher final fixative does not smell as badly. The Spectrafix is odorless, but it's like the pump kind. It's the pump kind, not the spray, and it's environmentally safe and all that. So I've sprayed some things with it. It seems to work just fine as far as like sealing in the pastel, but I haven't tried to work back on top of it to see what happens with different mediums. Because it's not just the Pan Pastel I'm working with. I'm working with Posca. I'm working with pencils. I'm working with, all different things. A good way is a goalpost frame method. But what does the goalpost sit on, Ian? So you can't have anything touching the desk. without it jiggling. So, yeah. What brand is this tool? It's the Pan Pastel Soft. That's what their tools are called, soft with two F's. Okay. Softart.com. But the only time I've ever even known of these is through the Pan Pastel company. They got all kinds of. I put my tools in a little box here, which I need to get out my kneaded eraser. So I put my little tools in here, and then I also have I have all the different sponges, different size and different shapes of the sponges. There's all kinds of shapes of sponges that I have just sitting next to me here. Okay, so I got to decide now. I'm trying to decide what I want to do with behind her. Well, let me think of the clothes because I want the color to glow around her. Let me do her hair because I forgot who it was. Somebody asked me how I did her hair. Maybe it was Melody or Kenny. I forget. Anyway, asked how I did her hair. So let's do her hair because I'm going to have her hair. I have black and hair with blue like that girl too. So I'm going to get out the Payne's Gray colors. I don't know that I'll need all these. I probably need the one lighter than this. Here's the four Payne's Gray colors. I spray all my fixatives. Oh, I do too. I even spray the Spectrafix odorless outside. I spray everything outside. My problem with fixatives has always been I've always used the workable fixative. Krylon was I guess Grumbacher's fixatives have been out for a while too. I don't know how long because I don't really do pastels. I never liked the chalky, dry feel of pastels. And that's what's different about the Pan Pastels. They're not a dry, chalky feel. But the fixatives, I hate the fixatives because of the smell. And with the fixatives that I used over the years, I can pull out sketches that I've done in high school and still smell the fixative. Maybe it's just in my mind. I don't know. But so I gave all my fixatives to Cam when he had projects for school and stuff like that. I just never used them. So when I started doing the Pan Pastels, I'm going to start working on her hair while we're talking. So when I started with the Pan Pastels, then they have to be fixed. You have to have a fixative on them. 2 poles touch the ground, long poles. Yeah, well, see, that's kind of what the system I had in with my giant tripod. It's a big presentation it's a tripod thing, but it's like an easel with a thing across it, and it had an extension rod on the top, and the extension rod on the top is where I hung my camera. So it's essentially the same thing. Yours is just a H shape, and mine's a triangle shape, and it sits on the floor and it hangs over. Yeah. The same kind of deal, just a different shape. So I'm going to let's just start with this here. This is the Payne's Gray shade, and then that's the extra dark. So I'm going to get in here and get on our hair. Because I can talk while I do this. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the fixative. So I just didn't like fixatives because I could smell them for years. But the Spectrafix you don't smell. And the Grumbacher final fixative doesn't seem to have the same odor as the Krylon ones. So, yeah. So anyway, again, like I said, I came on today. Well, for one is I want to practice my Pan Pastels. For the second thing is I didn't get y'all a full video up yesterday. For whatever reason, it's half processed on YouTube and only half the video and no chat showed up. So I don't know what that that's about. But somebody here said that they were having a hard time yesterday uploading to YouTube. See, we don't, when you do a live show like this, there is no upload. It's automatic. It automatically goes live unless you set like private or whatever. You can go public or private. So if you're set public, when you're done with the video, it goes up. Now it takes a couple hours to fully render with the chat and because they're long videos. So they take sometimes I think the most I've ever had one take is 3 hours, but this one's been overnight and it's still processing with only half the video appearing and no chat showed. It's just pump spray. Yeah, it's like a mist. It's like a mist, Kenny. You know. So with the grayscale, it kind of gives you direction for shading. It's a perfect thing. Grayscale color books are the perfect thing to practice your pan pastels. It's just great practice. You know, you can concentrate on the colors and blending. Cut off the live stream. Colin Bliss had Facebook. Yeah, but Facebook's different. I mean, it's a different platform than YouTube. All right, my fan is kind of jiggling this now. The fan is moving the camera cord. Plus, every time I touch the table, guys, I am jiggling my camera. So I don't know that that's related. You know, Facebook having an issue and YouTube having an issue at the same time. I don't know that that's related. And I don't know, you know, who knows? We don't know. We didn't know on Ustream and we don't know on YouTube. When there's an issue, you know, it's all part of that internet mystery. Yeah, it is weird, Jillian. Oh. Okay, so there's that first bit. Now let's go with the, and here's where like blending on top of your sponges, like, let me get, where's that blue one? I had a blue one somewhere, I thought. You can blend on the sponges instead of on, here we go. This is different blues, so let's go a little one here. You can blend your pastels on a sponge rather than on the piece. So you get a better blend. The little jiggle. Oh, what's a little jiggle? You'd be surprised how many people complain about things like that, Donna. It's, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to get one of these flat tools here, like this, bigger tool. And then I can put some of this on there, okay? I can put some of the light here. And you can blend on the sponge. So you can get that perfect blend on the sponge, and then you can take your tool and pick it up off of here and blend it on here. So you get that perfect little blend. So you're not doing all your blending on your piece. With them being opaque, you are losing most of that nice grayscale work. Or does it show? Well, look at the hair right there, Ian. You tell me, you know. So now I'm going to go with the kind of light here. It's really, it's more transparent than you think, I think, Ian. they are more transparent than you think. See, they're really not as opaque as you think. If as long as you put it down thin layer. Now I could probably get a wad of it and make it go, completely dark, but I'm doing soft light layers, very soft light layers. And I want a little bit lighter right here. So you could probably layer it up to the point where you see nothing. Yeah, the more layering you do, the more opaque they are. Yes, yes, Kathy. But the nice thing about them is you can erase. If you want to get back to, and until you final fixative, once you put the final fixative, you can't erase it back to white, your white paper. Now, this is obviously has a black background, but you cannot erase it back to pure white once you fixative it. So you want to make sure that if there's any areas that you want to erase back to a highlight, really, really light, that you do that before you put fixative on it. So I'm getting a little more blend here. But you can just get such a softness. I don't know about putting them here in my altered book. I mean, I haven't really tried it. Um, it puts another layer of work because then I have to make sure it's all sealed, fixatived, and everything before I varnish it. Because I varnished my pages in my altered books, so they're going to have to be. It's another step to think about if I put it in my altered pages. A coffee. I got my coffee right here. I need a warm up. It's getting cold. With it being opaque, means you can just go over and under layers you don't want. Well, to a certain extent, you can only do so many layers until it's just like all one color, unless you spray it in between. If you spray it, then you can put a whole new layer on top of your layers. Does that make sense? That's why there's such thing as um, the workable fixative, but I don't want to do all that. I don't know. All that spraying, and I try to just like get as much done as I can, make sure everything's really clean, no dust, and take my eraser and make sure everything's clean, make sure any highlights are completely white. Like, let's do this real quick just so I show you, and spray it, and then go back and tweak, and then maybe spray it one more time, and that's it. I want to go spray it 20 times. That's just me. I don't know. And haven't done it enough to really comment on all that. I mean, this is my sixth time to do Pan Pastels? Six or seven times. And you can also just like use Posca, for those really bright highlights. Now, I'm not done with the darks yet, but I'll show you what I mean. Now, when you use your Posca on top of the Pan Pastels, it can excuse me, it can build up. The pastels can get on your Posca. So you got to kind of keep, I'm not going to do it on here, but over here on my side table, it's black. It's this black paper too. So I just reach over here on my side table and scribble it off. Yeah, there's no dust. Yeah, exactly. The black one had a little bit of crumbly dust, and it wasn't even really dust. It was a little bit of crumble like, and I think that's the nature of the fine. The black one is the fine grade or something. Anyway, it's a special black, and it's the only one that I've had any kind of crumbly with, and it wasn't much, but it was a little. Okay, and then after I finish your hair and decide what kind of background, I'll maybe do a couple little wisps. Let's see, did I do wisps on this one? Yeah, I did a couple wisps, extra wisps on, not white ones, but you can wisp it out. I've shown you all that on other pieces with the Posca. Take some of these hairs and wisp them, but I don't want to do that till I'm finished. That's like the icing on the cake. What is the new eraser? Oh, I got it last week. One of the girls sent me. It's an AF matte, and it has the same type of tip as the Derwent one, except this comes with little adapters for little tiny eraser. Oh, I don't know where it is right this second, but I can put a tinier eraser in here. And it comes at least the one she sent me came in a little bag with a little brush. Hey, Mark. So, yeah, so I will go in here when I'm closer to being done and, put in some little extra highlighted hairs and wisp them over. I could even wisp them right over her face, but I'm not ready for that yet. But I just want to show you that you can do that. All right, let me go back here now. I want the darkest Payne's gray. I'm taking my time today, guys. I'm not rushing. I don't know how far I'll get. This is just some more Pan Pastel practice for me. And I just thought I'd turn on the camera because I was sitting here doing it, And because yesterday's video, only half of it processed. So I thought, well, I'll just come on and hopefully this one will be fine. Yeah, I don't know. I would think you'd have to fixative pastels. I don't know. It'd be a mess. I mean, even these are not as messy as like regular pastels. Okay, so the rest I might get in there with pencil. And it has a couple little, you have a couple little flakes, if you will, but it's not near like pastels. They're just creamy. They're just so creamy. Okay, let's go back to the light down here. Where's my little sponge thing I had? Here it is. Do some more blend on here. So I'm just kind of really, while I'm doing this today, I'm going slow because I'm thinking about the medium while I'm doing it. I'm concentrating on it. What's it doing? Am I push-pulling? I'm seeing how far I can blend and all that. So it's kind of like, I'm kind of experimenting in my head with what it'll do. And I'll put a few little swoopy hairs in a little bit. That would hurt more? You mean the expense of them, Donna? The nice thing about the Pan Pastels is you can buy them individually, kind of like Copics. You can buy them individually, and you can get them like the skin set or a portrait set. You can get them one or two at a time. Yeah, yeah, I like doing the process without rushing too, but when you're streaming, and I know nobody makes you rush, right? And nobody's going, hurry up, hurry up. But you are limited in your time. You're limited on your time on streaming. And if you want to get to more of a final piece. Oh, and the other thing about doing Posca like this, if it might look very white, but you don't have to leave it this white. You can go back over it with the pastels and knock it back. Okay. Um, you feel like you want to get something done on your show. Otherwise, it's just not done. Nothing's done. So it's not like you hypocola. It's not like you hot. Hey, Katrina. It's not like you have to rush, and nobody's telling you have to rush. But with limited screen time, you just can't get that much done on a detailed, very a project that takes a lot of detail and stuff. You just can't do it unless you're rushing. I mean, if you don't stream, it's kind of hard to explain. you know People go, don't rush, but then 4 or 5 hours later and you got this far. People go, oh well, when are you going to do the rest? Well, I'm going to do it off camera because I didn't have time to do it. uh, push the tip repeatedly till it paint. Are you talking about this? Oh, did I miss something? Did somebody ask about how do you activate? Yeah, you just you shake it and do a couple pumps. You push the tip down on something and do a couple pumps, and it just takes a minute. It doesn't take long at all. You can hear it shaking. So the bad thing about streaming is, okay, so you see how that's kind of harsh right there. So you can take let's go with the light color here, and you can maybe the medium here, and you can blend that light back into your pastels. So it's still highlighted more than it was, but you're knocking back that brightness with the pastel, say. And you can, if there's any harsh edges, like let's say right there, or maybe right at that tip, you can just knock it back. And I do the same thing with whatever medium I'm using. When I put Posca, you can watercolor over your Posca. You can, whatever, and knock back the Posca, color pencil over it, so it's not pure white. It's not normal to put any fixative on watercolor. No, 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 no. I mean, I thought you were talking about pastel a minute ago, Ian, when you said just put it under glass. No, I'm obviously no. You don't spray watercolor. I dumped a bunch because I did not know better on the activation and push down and oh, okay. Oh, you over pumped, Donna, and you got a blob. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Ian. I thought you were referring to pastels when you say just put them under glass. No, no. Watercolors you just put under glass. Yes. I'm sorry. I misread your comment. Okay, so, and I'm just taking my time and just piddling with it. All right, so do I want her to have, I haven't decided on her color of her clothes yet either. And I'm going to put more detail in the hair, but I'm just kind of thinking, because I did this girl in oranges, reds. You know, I did her in oranges and reds. And I did this one in reds and grays. So I want to do a different color palette, you know. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. But earlier, I don't know if you were saying watercolor, then I misread that, Ian. I just wanted to, yeah. Okay. So I got to decide what colors I want. I'm looking at my colors. And I got, you know, some little dust here. So that's what a kneaded eraser is good for, is like picking up any fingerprints, you know, because when you're picking up your tools and stuff, you're getting it on your hands a little. It's not dusty chalk falling off like a chalk, but you know, you still get it on your hands, and so you want to kind of keep your area clean. um Purples, golds, turquoise, I don't know. See, if I do it, for me, I like to do as few as colors as possible, because I think, to me, it makes it more dramatic. So if I went with, I would do either purples or turquoise. I wouldn't do both. But I haven't done anything with turquoise. Maybe purple, because that flower would be a pretty lilac color. Let's see. Do I want purple? I did do, I have done the red violet colors with the octopus in, let me find my, um, where's my pot manga? Hang on, guys. I'm looking for my pot manga mermaids. See, when I put everything back on my shelf, it's all out of different now, because, you know, I have literally every color book off my shelves. So in the pot manga mermaid, where I did this was my first foray into Pan Pastels, was this one. So it has like the red violet and the purple. So I could do just purple and lavender, lilac, you know, like purple and lilac. Now that looks blue on camera. That's weird, because that looks very blue on camera. This is very purple. I mean, it's pure purple and lavender. Those colors are not showing up true on camera. That's really weird. This one's showing up fairly true. The blue, oh, well, it's Payne's gray, but they're a blue gray. But these, oh wow, that's just weird. That is totally a different color on camera. This is like true purple and lilac. Okay, so we'll go with these. And then, like, what I can do, here's an idea I'm going to test. I'm going to take, and I'll just use the sponge here. I'll use the other side here. I really need something bigger to pick that up with. So you can blend on something that's not on your piece, because I kind of want a mid purple there. So just to clarify, you only use fixative spray with powder-based things like pastel, charcoal, graphite to stop them from smudging. Yes, Ian. Hey, Eileen. No, it's just, I'm just doing an impromptu. So what I want to do, one of the things, Eileen, is I'm just working on this. I want to practice. I want to practice on my Pan Pastels. And the other thing is yesterday's video only half processed and no chat. So for whatever reason, we had a little issue with YouTube. Maybe it'll resolve itself. I don't know. So I'm going over even the white area, but I can still see it. So what I want to do is after I put the purple on, I will go in there with my electric eraser and erase out all the white. But this gets the whole background done. Okay. This will get the whole background done in one fell swoop. Now I can go in there with pencil and do more detail, like tiny, tiny little details. But I want to have some shading here, right along there, like where it's crossing over. On the side here, right along here. It's going to be darker. Okay, now let's go with a little bit lighter, maybe just like that. And again, I can get in there with a Posca and other tools, right? Does look semi-transparent. Yeah, it is, Ian. So now I've got a little bit of dust around here. So this is where I want to take my kneaded eraser and get that off where my hand smudges. And then I'll take my my electric eraser here and I'm going to go in. And get the design back. And I may not even really need the electric, but it's just tiny, so I can get in there. And I don't know if this bothers anybody, the sound, but just mute your computer for a minute. So you can see how I'm getting the designs back. And you don't have to do every one. You can leave some more faded or more, you know, not as highlighted. And then I can get in here with pencil and do a little bit more detail shading. And again, it's not, I don't know how purple it's looking on camera, but it's very purple. So isn't that cool? Yeah. Delaney. Just need an electric array. Oh, okay. Well, this one is the AFMAT, and there's also the Derwent. This one you can get at Hobby Lobby, Michael's. And see, the tips are pretty much the same. They just have different feels to the handles. But this one came in a little bag, and it also came with an adapter, a plastic adapter with smaller. Let's see, where did I put it? Trying to think, oh, did I put it right here? Oops. All right, hang on, guys. Knocking my stuff over. This is the little bag it came in. And I don't know if every time you buy it, or is this a special way to buy it? You know how it is on Amazon, different ways. And it came with the little brush, which I don't use this little brush. I use my, which now up here. This is the brush I use to sweep away anything. And it can leave a little bit of, because you're dusting up, you're picking up, right? You're removing Pan Pastel. So obviously you're going to be picking up dust when you do this. And you do have to kind of have a good grip because it can get away from you. You know, when you're pushing down the paper, you got to kind of really have a good grip because it can go off on you, you know. And then that's what I'm going to get out now, Ian. Yeah. Oh, it should fit. So it came with the little bag here of the different erasers. Let's test it. Let's try that on the Derwent then. Okay, because I'm sure it's the same thing. They look exactly the same. the little metal holders. So if I could have one with small and one. So here you see this is the little plastic adapter. This is a little plastic adapter, and then this is the tiny eraser. Right here's the difference in size. There's a difference in size in the two erasers. Okay, so let's put the small one in here. I don't know how far down I can get it because I don't want it sticking out too much. I think that's as far down as it'll go. Yeah, it works fine in the Derwent. I mean, it spins. So here's the difference in sound. Here's the this is the AFMAT, the Derwent. And I think I need a new battery in my Derwent though. Okay, so let's do a little test here with the tiny one. Yeah, it is easier to get in there on those tiny spots. But I think I need a new battery in my Derwent. And so let me show you, I don't know if you'll be able to see the little bit of crumbs that comes from picking up the pastel and a little bit of the paper. See those little bitty crumbs there? Okay. But it is easier with that tiny, the tiny one on these tiny little spots. And I'm sure you can buy these the adapter and the tiny things. I'm sure you can buy them separately, but now you know that the adapter and the eraser. So if you already have a Derwent, then you can use the same adapter in either one. I mean, I think they're essentially the exact same, like, one's just white and one's black inside there. This one just has, now I've got the, what do you call it? The adapter in there. So thanks, Macola. So I'll keep the little one in here for now, and I'll put my Derwent in here. So we don't want to lose anything. Okay. All right. So now I think I want really dark purple in some of these areas, and the black I'll go over with pencil. And some of her hair in here, same thing. Let me get a black pencil here. Sharpener. You needed a new book? Are you talking about the book I'm working in? This is the Japanese Girls. This is the one I'm working out of. And all three of these, this one and these two, are from that book. So again, where you want it very, very black, I'm going in here with pencil. So just so you can see, like right back here. See the difference? So most books, there's very few, and I really need something under this because I can feel that there's a little bit of texture on that paper. I can kind of feel that texture. So I need to put a piece of cardstock behind it. So most color books, are you leaving? Okay. Would you turn my coffee on? Well, or start the water through it.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll come down. Thank you.
Yeah,
Call me when you get there.
Okay, I'm gonna leave about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay. All right. Thanks. So most color books, when it has black paper, it's not true black. It's like a dark gray. And there's black cardstock right there, just so you can see the difference in the colors. There's a true black. We'll just tilt it just a little off of the light glare. So there's the true black, and this is what color books mostly are like. So if you want a nice true black, you're going to have to go in there with pencil. Get that solid, nice solid black. So I'm just taking my time, guys, practicing and experimenting with my Pan Pastels and pencil because they go together, and practicing. Did I say good morning to you, Julie? I don't know if I did. Good morning. And I'm just doing an impromptu. And again, guys, I don't know. I know sometimes Bryn streams at 11. Right now it's 9. So sometimes she streams at 11. I don't know if she is today. But if there's anybody streaming, I don't know all the colorists that stream. I don't know anybody that really streams this early, but but if there's anybody, streaming, y'all don't feel like you have to be here. Hopefully this recording will be, it won't give me an issue like yesterday's video. Yeah, hey Zeely. Yeah, I'm showing that I'm working and by the way, Zeely's the one that gave me the Japanese girls color book. And so I've already done 2 pieces out of it. This one and this one. And now we're working on this one. So you can see how the black is not. Now I could go over some of this with acrylic paint too, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I want to try to experiment with the Pan Pastels, just fading out into the sunset. Bye, Kathy. Thanks for stopping in. So I want to get some of the hair, her hair very, very dark too. So again, I can put this black down, and then if I need to feather it out, I can go over it with the Pan Pastels, like on the edges with the dark blue or the Payne's gray, the dark Payne's gray. So you see what a difference that makes? Can y'all see that? And if it's not blended out enough, or if, it's too black and I want it to be more blue, I can get some, individual hairs going there like this, and then go back with the gray. Like, well, let's go with the dark. And kind of feather, like match up the black and the blue. See? So it blends. Oh, thanks, Tatiana, and welcome, by the way. Good morning. These are in my way. And I'm just really taking my time today, guys, because I'm thinking, I know I'm talking, but I'm also thinking about what I'm doing, the process and what the supplies are doing. So I'm concentrating in my head, and to do that, I got to take a little bit more time. A lot of the projects I do, I kind of do them by rote because we've done them so many times. I know what the tools, I know what the materials will do, so I don't really have to think about what the tools and materials and everything will do. But when it's something new, like the Pan Pastels are new to me, or when I do like Copic markers, which are, kind of new to me too, um, as far as using them to any extent. I kind of have to think about it a little bit more. Um, oh, it's one of your favorite books, Shirley? Yeah, I really like this book. All right, so I want to make sure her bangs down here are really dark. Let me sharpen again. I am going to have to go get me some juice, though, or something to drink. So hopefully, guys, this video, like I said, yesterday's video is still processing and only half of it went up and the chat did not go up. So hopefully that was just like a weird like anomaly yesterday and it's not an issue. So we'll see what happens with this video. Hopefully it goes up. Because what happens is when the videos are processing, for whatever reason, they kind of like start in the middle. And it usually takes 2 or 3 hours to process a 3 to 4 hour video with the chat. Because I think it's with the chat that makes it extra time consuming to render. And while they're rendering, they usually show up on YouTube like in the middle. Like it shows in the middle of the video. And then 2 or 3 hours later, the whole video shows up. Well, yesterday it didn't happen. It shows in the middle, like when I'm halfway done with the sea creature, and then through the rest of the show. But it didn't, and the chat wasn't there either. So hopefully that was just something, a glitch in YouTube yesterday. And, yeah, that's all we can hope for. Hey, Janet, how you doing? I was just telling the girls about how yesterday's video only rendered halfway with no chat. So we don't know why. We never know why these things happen. So I thought, well, I'm going to work on this, practicing my Pan Pastels. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn on the camera. Are you going shopping today, or a doctor appointment and shopping today, Janet? Did I miss that you're going shopping? Are you shopping today, Janet? I sure liked all your texture things you and Eileen concocted. I'm going to soften this top part here with the pastels once I kind of get some individual hairs in there. You were wrong about the appointment day. It's next Tuesday. Oh, okay. So that's when you'll go shopping. All right, so now let's go back to, I want some of the dark here. But I won't buy because I don't need a single thing. Well, we never need a single thing unless we like run out of glue or something. All right, let's go on this side. Janet. All right, let me go get something to drink, guys. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, I like the way that looks. That looks kind of cool right there. Looks like a big bow thing, like a. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me go get some juice and make me some fresh coffee. I'll be right back, guys. fresh coffee making. Got some juice going here. So I have my voice going, I should say. I'm going to put it somewhere here safe. All right. Back to work on her. And I'm going to do a little bit more here on the hair. Then I'm going to go into the outfit, the kimono. So you can see how the black pencil makes a difference in the dark black. You just, you can't get that like that with a pastel. Oh, I missed something. Someone's getting 2 sets of something. So yeah, Janet, I watched the recording of your you and Eileen's texture. That was awesome. Can y'all see how that makes a difference? I'm sure you can. If y'all talk to me, guys, put it in caps. I won't think you're yelling at me. That's just how we roll here. So I know you're talking to me if you put it in caps. And again, I can soften any of this with the pastels if any of this black gets too harsh. Everybody coming in. I still have to watch Xandra's show from last night. Was it? Yeah, getting to lose track of my days. I have to watch Xandra's show. Did she do some watercolor with her new watercolors? Was anybody there? I got to watch that. Yeah, you got to make your journals out of those texture pages, Janet. Yeah. Do you kind of have an idea of what you want to do with that? Sarah did a You Gotta Buy stream. Oh, so just like she did an enabling stream, you mean, Eileen? Of watercolors. They're yummy. Did you order some, Janet? I'm not going to say you didn't, because I know you like your little watercolor sets, Janet. Eileen probably just did it. She probably bought some just to make you buy some. Okay, bye, Shirley. Thanks for stopping in. I think I'm going to make the inside Teresa Peterson's journal that she sent us for Oz. Oh, okay. They're in your cart. Okay. What's a brand again, Janet? Did you get them on Amazon? I thought there was some specialty kind. See, I'm just kind of softening where the black touches the rest of it there. I might even get back in there, though, with a little more black right in there. I want to keep this right in here. Very dark. Bye. Thanks for stopping in. So you can put the link in there, Eileen. Put the link in there. I can go look at it later. I can't go look at it now. but somebody else might want to know. They're watching, read this chat, Eileen, they're going to want to know. So go ahead and put the link in if you have it. If you have it handy, there we go. It is on Amazon. Okay. Uh, so it's getting some little hairs in there. Go back with my blue side here, or the Payne's gray side. Amazon is your enabler. Eileen's our enabler to Amazon. Let me sharpen again. Enabling before breakfast. Janet, I know, right? Eileen, our enabler elf, enabling before breakfast. Oh my goodness. It's going back and forth between the pencil and the pastels. Get it nice and smooth in the right darkness that I want it. And again, I'm going to put in a few like little wisps, but I want to do that, you know, where I don't have to worry about working around the wisps. So. What else? Let me tilt it just a little there. Okay, now let's go back to the purple. If you all weren't here earlier, I put the AFMAT eraser, electric eraser, is the same tip as the Derwent, but I took out the adapter that came with the AFMAT. I took the plastic adapter with this tiny eraser, so you can see the difference in the size there. So the adapter that came with the AFMAT fits in the Derwent. So I've got two different sizes of erasure. And that's how I did all these little dots with the tiny one. Just went in there and, kind of erased back the purple on those little dots. Now what I want to do, before I get into any more of the purple, let me get a pencil here. Get my purples. Get my, I don't know which ones I'll need, but right now I want the dark one. So I just got my Prismacolors out. I could have got the polys, but I just grabbed these. So I got violet, plum. Oh, what is that? Let's see it. Perma violet and lavender. So those three. So I'm gonna take the violet though. I want the dark purple for a minute. You have both now too? Both of the erasers? Yeah. Thanks, Eileen. Putting in links. Yeah. Put our links in for our Miss Sandra. Okay. Oh, this purple is not wanting to sharpen. Whoops. Drop the sharpener. I sharpen over a little a little plate thing. Okay. So I got the dark purple. So what I want to do is just do a little bit detail shading in the folds of the kimono, of the, oh, is it a obi? What is it called? What's the thing called? Is it the obi, a oboe? I forgot what it's called. And this may not be that. Maybe that's just on the man's outfit. I don't know. Don't email me, people. Tell me I don't know my kimonos and my Japanese attire, because I don't. So I'm just kind of doing a little bit of detail. And you can get in there with I can get in there a little bit with the dark purple. Can't get in there too much because it's very tiny. Of course, I can always go back and erase out where I've gone on top of the sharpen over a red plastic cup. Make me feel like I'm at a party. You're at a coloring party. I guess there are such things. People get together and color. That would be fun. I don't know if it would make a full-on retreat, but if you had, people close to you that live close to you that colored. We had Darcy. Darcy's been here. Denise, my daughter's come over and colored with us. So I'm just going to get a little bit more areas here that I can fit in with the tool. And some. And again, guys, I'm playing, experimenting, testing, see what the tools can do and what I can do with the tools without rushing. What's everybody else doing today or working on or planning on doing today? It's a little, is this light okay? It's a little, because the sun's really bright today. It's a nice, bright, sunny day. You're going to color a nap. But no coloring that day. Oh, what I missed something that you said there, Lynn. Jen came all the way from Oz, but no coloring that day. Yeah, when she visited us. They didn't have a lot of time. They were going from place to place, cross country. They didn't, they didn't have a lot of time. Just the fact that we got to visit and stream. I kind of want those little centers a little darker on some of them. The fact that we got to even stream with her when she came was nice. And have y'all seen Jen Oz's, her new craft space, her artist studio? It's coming along. She's building that IKEA furniture faster than you can say, "Welcome to Oz." It's looking awesome. Been following her pictures. Stealing paper beads and cleaning, Lynn said. getting up the nerve to open up my pen. Good grief, Sharon. Now, Sharon, how long has it been? Have you ever used your Pan Pastels? I've already fussed at some people like Terry. Um, for not using them. Going thrifting and the bookstore. Oh, fun. There will be shenanigans. Good one, Julie. Julie said, I took a vacay day and oh, this pencil lead broke again. Good grief. Do I need to get out of Polly? Um, Julie Topaz said, I took a vacay day. I'm going thrifting and to the bookstore with my cousin. There will be shenanigans. Oh, you just got them, Sharon. Oh, okay. You just got them. Okay. Come on, Violet. Why aren't you sharpening for me? Why are you being a pill? Do I need to get out my let's try this other end. I might have to get out my polys and betray you, Prisma. You felt sorry for Squiz because is he the one building the furniture? Hey, Queen Pam. Hey, Kat. Heading to Stamp Away Convention in Cincinnati. Oh, fun. Fun, Pam. We had, and I almost went. We had the stamping convention here in Atlanta in July, and I almost went. I was going to call up Darcy Glam and see if she went, but it was a stormy weekend. I mean, stormy weekend, and it was a whoops. See, let me just get a different pencil. This one's like being finicky today. So it was an hour and a half drive in the pouring down stormy rain. I did not feel like dealing with that. Let's see. Do I want, what pencils do I want to use? With the polys, I guess. All right, let's see here. Let's get a dark purple. Just go with this here. My Prisma's being bad. Okay, so this is blue violet. So we'll go with the poly. Look at that sharp tip. It's a little bluer than the one I'm using. Maybe I should go with the one purpler. Just a tiny bit different color. Spit on my page there. And the polys are harder pencil than the Prisma, which can make it easy to get in tight little areas. Weapon grade Sharpie. Good one, Donna. So I'm just fiddling. I have been kind of in my head planning out my Inktober. Some ideas for that coming up. And again, guys, I moved my camera to on top of a box on top of my build. And so if I move the desk, it jiggles. So I'm trying my best not to bump in my desk because it's touching the desk where normally my camera is up higher. And I just lowered the camera on my boom. My boom is a yardstick and a gorilla clamp. But it's touching the build, which is touching the desk, which makes it easily jiggly. So thanks again, everybody, for popping in. Just on a little impromptu. I didn't even tweet it or anything. I just came on because I wanted to work on my Pan Pastels and try to put on a video that hopefully there's not going to be an issue processing. Hopefully. I don't know what happened with that one yesterday. But it still says processing. I might have to just delete it. I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever finish processing. I don't want to do anything else to my YouTube by continuously processing. So I might have to delete it. I don't know. Get a little of the sun off there. You can see. Might need to put the sun blocker up. I don't know. Looks okay. All right. So I think let's go in here with the tool. Just a couple little areas. Right along the bodice there. Can kind of shadow all the way across. Always can go back and erase. Just trying to get a little bit of shadow down there. Hey, faithfulness. Oh, you like my brainstorm for my idea for my Inktober? Yeah. You go to art school? No, I didn't go to art school, but I have taken a lot of, when I went back to college in my 30s, I went back to school to get a degree in journalism with a minor in art. So I took a lot of life drawing classes, a lot of, I've taken, and then, having moved 30 times in my life, I've taken little art classes here or there at community colleges and different things like that. But did I go to an art school? No. But, I've taken a lot of life drawing and drawn all my life. Life drawing and drawn all my life. Thank you, Jillian. Did I see Judy? Oh, got so Judy, I think, was timed out. Yeah, y'all got to behave, and sometimes you'll get automatically timed out for posting too much in a row. I do that all the time at people's streams. I get timed out for a minute because you can't post more than 3 posts in a row or something. I don't know. It's up the mods. Hey, Sammy. So I'm thinking she's going to have purple eyes. So let's go ahead. And so what I do on the eyes is I use, well, of course, I'm using the pencil for the purple, but I will use my Sharpie pen for the pupil, and I will use a white Posca, or you could use a Signo gel pen or whatever for the highlight. So I got the purple started there, and then I'm going to take the, this is just my Prisma here, but I'm going to get in there and Give her purple eyes because she's going to be wearing purple, and I just want her to have purple eyes. Now I'll get my Sharpie pen, not a marker, Sharpie pen. Very, it's like a fine point there. And do the pupil. And I also will do like her eyelid, like where her, like if she was wearing mascara or anything, or just, dark, more accentuated lid with the line, with the Sharpie pen. So there's a start. She doesn't have any eyelashes yet. I might put eyelashes, I might not. Like here's the other eyes on the other girls, like that one. And then she has brown eyes. I did make my own eyebrows. She had to have like real hair brows. What are your plans? Oh, I'm sorry, Faithful. Were you asking me what my plans were, or did it just were you fixing a typo? Yeah, I was. I told the girls that I'm going to practice my Pan Pastels today, so I might as well turn on the camera. And also because my stream yesterday only rendered halfway, so there's only half a stream and no chat on yesterday's stream. I don't know. Okay, so I think she'll have some purple lipstick. Why not? Go in here with the lavender. Back with the dark purple. Very tiny. Tiny business on the lips. Okay, now I want just a tiny inside the mouth. You can barely see her little teeth in there. All right, so now I'll take my Posca and give her a highlight. And then I'll get my white pencil. Let me get my sharpen. Just a little Prisma. I know Sammy. Oh, thanks, Sammy. We're working it. Okay, so nice sharp point on my Prisma here. It's a little, there's the color right. It's a little flashed out, guys, because I have the sun coming through, but I don't want it too dark. So I'm gonna work a little on the eye. Remember, you can put pencil over your pastel. Might need a little highlight in the corner there. And then just do a little bit more. I could probably zoom in one, maybe. Don't know how. Hey, Kenneth. Your plans to love to hear my videos lagging about 3 minutes. Oh, sorry. I did speed test, whatever, speedtest.net yesterday because a couple people said that lag on Monday. and it's fine. So I don't know. I can't say what the issue is, even though my video from yesterday only half rendered. So I don't know about that. That's never happened to me before on YouTube Live, where the video half rendered. All right, let's go back in here with my. So I'm just going to put a little more white in her face. I can always go back in more. So far, we've just really got Pan Pastels on here. Okay, I'm going to put a little purple. Oh, wrong purple. A little purple. Go back over it with a little Pan Pastel. I just want a little purple around her eyes. Now let's see, where's my tool here? Okay, now let's go with my other tool that had my skin color. Maybe that was it. Let me get another one. Faithfulness would like to hear what your plans are for. What my plans are for Inktober. Oh, okay. I'm thinking about doing fruit and vegetable innards and calling it Inktober innards. Uh, don't want to give her a mustache. I might have to lighten that up a little. Okay, let's. What is Inktober? It is a yearly event started by Mr. Jake Parker. Whoops. Okay, I had too much purple on there. Let me erase that. By Mr. Jake Parker, where you draw you do an ink drawing every day for 31 days in October. And you can Google it and you'll find all kinds of things. I showed mine last week. This will be my 4th year to do it. Okay, I might have to erase that. Yeah, that's okay. It's just a little extra shadow. It's not too bad. I got a little too much purple on there. Just want it slightly purple. I need to, okay, the sun's really beating down here. I'm going to block off some of it anyway. Do Copic markers count as ink? I mean, there's not really a hard, fast rule, and people argue about, well, that's not really inking, and you know, I'll just say it this way: most people that are doing Inktober do it in black ink. I've thought about going back and coloring some of my Inktober drawings, but while I'm doing them, I really just kind of like it to, for me anyway, black ink. But there's, controversy. Is that really inking? Or some people say doing digi is not inking. And, do what you want. It's not like it's not like a paid contest. It's not like you're entering a contest, right? you know? Uh, so I'm just going to smooth out a little bit of that. I'll go back over it with, I got to keep my little tools clean here. And blend that in. A little bit lighter right in there. And right down here. Inktober is buying for you? What do you mean, Eileen? Inktober is buying for you? You mean you buy things in October? I still haven't decided, do I want a purple, like lavender glow around her head? I'm kind of thinking I do. But do I want to, let's go ahead and see. How dark will this dark be? Will I still see it? I don't know. I might have to I guess you can still see that because I'm just thinking I want to put a purple aura around her. So we'll start with the dark purple and then we'll blend out a little bit lighter and see how that works. So I'm going to have to turn so I can get a nice smooth. And it looks blue on camera, guys, but it's pure violet. And it's weird how that's coming across on the camera as blue, but it is purple. And then all these little things, I don't know what I want to do with those. What do I want to do with those things? Gold would be pretty. Could use my new gold pen that Anne sent me on all that. And see this little thing right here, this is why you need your kneaded eraser. Your hands are all in it. Oh, we see things artists use and we need it. Ah, okay. I'm not doing the National Drawing Day anymore, Vanessa. Hubster put me in a reality check. He goes, when are you going to do that? When are you going to do drawing a day for National Day of whatever? I don't know. I'll squeeze it in. Don't you need to work on those animals for your phone cases? He doesn't care what I do. He's just looking out for me. So I said, yeah, I did my 8 days for my mods. Actually did, I think 9. I have another one. And I said, so I guess we won't do that. Yeah, gold in here and then gold in, maybe a little bit of tweaking in gold. The voice of reason. Yes, Becky. So, even though I think it would be fun to do the National Day of whatever day it is drawing, I had all my lists done and everything. I mean, let's just be real. I don't have the time to do that. So, put a little purple at the edges of her hair there. And again, I'm going to put some highlighted hairs coming off of her, but that'll be like after I get everything else done here. Okay. Gold. Let me get my gold and pen. Haven't used it on anything yet. So Anne sent me this. I'm guessing it's Kuretake. I don't know. But it has a pump on this end. Remember I talked about when I showed it? I couldn't figure out, how can I get this end off here to get to the fine point? Well, it's not a point, that's a pump. You pump the ink with this. And I don't want to do it because it's probably fully pumped. But it's a very, very bright gold. National Day of Buying. Eileen, you're so funny. Let me find an area where I want it to be something, because I'm going to go in all those little details. Let's see what else I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to have it on. And you probably won't be able to see this. Maybe I could zoom in a little more. Let's give it a whirl here. I'm always fussing with everything, aren't I, guys? Yeah, see, it's a little, maybe I can sharpen it just a little here. I can't sharpen it too much. It'll fuzz out. Let's see, let's make it a little darker. There we go. That'll do because we're so close. I just want y'all to kind of see the gold here. And the tip is so fine. I want to kind of leave a little edge so I can probably get in there with maybe a pen to kind of define. Otherwise, it's going to be one big gold blob, right? So I'm going to need to highlight the tips of these with white, probably, and kind of maybe outline them a little bit with something. Or when I do the background kimono thing, that will take care of that. It's very shiny. You'll see that. I don't know if it's gold paint or gold ink, Eileen. Can you read Japanese? I can't. I have no idea if it's gold paint or gold ink. It's what Anne sent me. She had a whole bunch of Japanese pens and things that she wasn't using. And I wasn't using my Blick markers. I just had bought a sample set of Blick markers, like red, yellow, blue, green, orange, I don't know, black, like 6 colors. So I sent those to her. Um, but I do want to use the watercolor inks, or whether they're watercolors over some Inktober, but it won't be like, it'll be like I would post two things. I'd post Inktober black and white and Inktober with color. Do you know what I mean? So I do like a double post. Just want to say how pretty she's looking. Have been lurking. Oh, thanks, Kim. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Hey, Louise. Yeah. So trying to get it to shine. There we go. It's not glittery. It's not shiny like glitter. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn her this way so I can get to these little. I haven't had to pump it yet, give another pump on the pen yet. It's still flowing out. Not, obviously I can't squeeze it. The barrel is a hard plastic. So we'll test this video out today, and hopefully it will render without any issues and have the chat load like it's supposed to, because yesterday's video did not do so. This little bud here. Maybe leave a little bit, so this little bit of purple can go in the middle of that little bud. Yes, it is. It's a great point on it, Eileen. Look at that, baby. Needle sharp. Okay, but I have to turn this to get right up on it here. So is anybody else doing Inktober? I know Janet probably will. Janet does Inktober with me. Well, not with me, but with other Inktober challengers. But we do it together. Go get some coffee in a minute. I'm drinking my juice. Background acrylic paint. No, the background is what came in the book. The background was already black. Azure, you're going to try again this year for Inktober? Janet says, I think I changed my theme this year. I'm going to draw vintage candy wrappers. Oh, let's see. What did you do? One year you did vintage cartoons. What else have you done, Janet? I'm trying to remember because your zines are popping in my mind, not your Inktober. I'm thinking of all your zines. Which other ones have you done, Janet? I know you've done at least 2 years. I don't know, Star. It's in Japanese. It's probably a kuretake, but I can't promise you it's kuretake. Do a few injuries, but not daily drawings. Okay, Faithful. It's from the Japanese girls, Loretta, this one. And I've done these two out of it. This one. And this one. Oh, you were all over the place the year before. And now we're working on this one. I'm not doing Thursdays now, Marianne. It's an impromptu. Like I said, well, you weren't here, I guess. Oh, for one, I just wanted to practice on my Pan Pastels, even though I'm inking right now. And the second reason is yesterday's video only half rendered, and there was no chat. So I'm also testing. Hopefully there won't be any issues with this video. And if you push down too hard, it will thicken thin. So I got to be careful not to push down too hard, because it will do, see, I can do the thin and thick, say. So I don't want to do, you can't push down too hard. There are too many to choose from, even being picky. Oh, you don't have, yeah, I didn't have any books by her either, although I have seen Anne use it. Anne use these books, this one and her, and the other one, surrealism one. Oh, there's always books we don't need. But I just thought that these would be fun to practice the Pan Pastels in. The Japanese girls. Thanks, Star. Yeah, I really do enjoy the Pan Pastels, but it's a learning curve like anything. And this is probably, I don't know, I'm saying maybe 6th or 7th go at them. 5 or 6 fully finished pieces. No, probably about, I don't know, because I've done a couple other things like the little pug we just did a little sketch with yesterday, and the same thing for the sea creatures. Just kind of played with it a little bit, not really trying to do a full-on piece. So, and I think I want this tie to be gold as well. So I'm gonna, okay, I am gonna pump it now, but I'm not gonna do it over. See, look, all right, look, see, I did a pump. See how it blobbed out? So now I'm gonna have to like roll it off here over here on the side to get the point back again. So yeah, you got to be careful. Don't be pumping on that without, you know, wanting another big sploosh of paint or ink. That's her hair coming down. I'll just go over that again. Do a little shading with it. This is just like the gold roped belt thing. Like that. Hi, Marianne. We see you, Marianne. Hey, Tanya. Dan is Tanya. For those, well, you see her name there at the end. Yeah, Sammy does some awesome color alongs. Color and chat with Sammy. She's awesome colorist, people. Follow her. Her name's right there in chat. Go to the 3 little dots and go over and sub. You won't be sorry. And she has that nice British accent that's very relaxing to listen to. Okay, so there's some gold. I think I'll do the center of the flower gold dots in there too. We'll do gold in the center. But I want the flower to be lavender. All right, so we'll leave that for now. We'll probably do a little shading around it or something. All right, where's the cap? Oh, Lord. What do with the cap? Here it is. Oh, thanks, Eileen. All right, let's go back down to the outfit again. I'm going to put in some more dark purple. So I'll start with this right here. This, and I'm doing all, and I probably should, I don't know why I didn't. And now I'm going to have to do that in pencil. Go behind that. I should have done the Pan Pastel. So this is what you learn. The Pan Pastel, because I could have colored all over the whole Pan Pastel and then put the gold on top. Just need a little more. Should blend this on a sponge. It's so much easier if you blend to get a mid-tone or a lighter tone. So much easier to blend on the sponge than trying to blend on the piece, because then you can just get exact color already and then come down here and work on it. And then you got to clean off the excess here. And then I want the lightest color right there. And the dark down here. Bye, Donna. You're welcome. Thanks for stopping in. And again, you get in the tiny places with a pencil. All right, so now I know I want, like, to start at least, the light lavender is going to be in the rest of this. So again, now I'm going to have to get in behind all this gold with pencil, which is fine. That's all going to be the light lavender in there. And then we'll go in here with the light lavender in here. And some of these lines coming across here are her hair. So after we get all the Pan Pastel or all the clothing done, then I'll go in there and fix her hair. And see, I can even just go right over the hair because I know I'm going to go back over it. So let's just get all this light to start, and then I'll go in there and shade. So let's get some of the darker and some of the lighter. I'm going to get that blend. Oh, Lisa, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lisa, for the super chat. That is so sweet. You guys, y'all just don't know how much that means to me when y'all do that. Thank you so much, Lisa. So sweet. Thank you. So it is so helpful. I mean, I know sometimes I'll put up my PayPal tip jar in my description box, but I don't do it very often. So when y'all super chat me, it's so sweet. Thank you so much, Lisa. I know, and that sweet Picola. Oh, I'm so glad you do. What kind of art do you do, Lisa? I know, very, very sweet and very generous. Thank you so much. Oh, thanks, Marianne. Marianne, remember to put the thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Mostly color pencils, trying out the you did buy some pan pastels, or did you already have them and you weren't using them? Which one is it? Which one is it? Did you buy some new pan pastels? I hope you're really trying them out and not doing like Terry and Eileen and kind of pick on them, and just buy them and not use them. You bought them after watching me, of course. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Well, good. I'm so glad. I'm glad. I hope you're having fun with them. Did you use them last night? Are you starting in a color book or are you doing your own piece? What have you decided to do? And how much fun are you having with them? In a color book, the Vogue color book? Okay. So are you liking them? Tell us what your thoughts are on them. I kind of want some design in there. I might have to put my own design in there. I don't know. They're very smooth, aren't they? Yeah. Hey, Charlotte. They are very smooth, aren't they? So creamy, but they're not dusty. Don't you like that they're not like a bunch of chalk flying all over the place? And I should clarify that. I keep saying chalk and pastel, but it's not flying everywhere. You don't have a lot of dust up. It's just so different. They are so different. I'll get in there with some pencil shading in here. Okay, so then down in here, I'm going to want dark. And then blend some. Let's see if she had some more comments on the Pan Pastels. I like hearing when people use supplies and their thoughts on them. And it helps everybody else too. Like, what did you use and why did you like that? And, like we all do. I I do use pastels sometimes on backgrounds, but pans are not dusty at all. I know, right? I know. It's like all about the non-dust. And they're tools. They're tools what do you think about the tools? Don't you think they're so perfect? Oh, be careful there. It's my little eraser. Let's get the little one there. I have reorganized my supplies so I will use more. Are you using them, Elizabeth? Are you doing pan pastels? At least I only used the small one so far. Very easy to use. Yeah. Yeah. The sponges, blending on the sponges putting them like the light and the dark or the meat, whatever, but putting it on the sponge and blending. See how you can blend? And then you pick up that exact color. The new eraser you have on sale as, oh, okay. Sue said the new eraser is on sale on Amazon too for less than one cost. The AFMAT, it must be they put them on sale because I saw everybody buying them. And I did put the adapter, the plastic adapter, and the tiny eraser in my Derwent. They're the same size, the same like the same metal thing. Although I took the metal out of it to put this one in. So I'm using both sizes. And it comes in black also. Okay. All right. Thanks, Suze. Thanks for that little enabling there. I used on a large car. I haven't tried them on fine, smaller areas yet. CB says I only use them for backgrounds. I don't have enough colors yet. The little one works great. Yeah, the little one does work great, doesn't it, Suze? Yeah, I put it in my Derwent so I can use both of them. But if they're on sale, if this one's on sale, 2 for the price of 1, then you can get yourself 2 and put the normal size eraser and put the tiny one. So you got one of each, just like handy. Elizabeth, I just got the long tool in Sketchbox and now I am using them more. Oh, yay. This tool or one of these tools? Like this kind? There's, different ones. Oh, so you're using some soft pastels too, Rosalind? Hello, Dan Lee? Dan Lee? Yeah, Dan Lee, you have to speak. We don't care if you're here, but you have to speak English because we don't know what you're saying. No offense. You're waiting on a set of tools. It has everything. And oh, good, 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 good. Yeah, you'll love all the tools, Suze. Okay, so I still got more shading and stuff to do, but I'm going to come on down here and see about working in here. I think what I'm going to do is do the light color. I'm just going to do the light color over the whole thing and then go in there with pencil to do those darker areas because it's tiny. I'll do a little shading with the Pan Pastels and then I'll get in there with pencil to do the fabric, the pattern on the fabric. But this gets the whole color down. See? And then I'll just shade, like there'd be some shading right in here. A little bit maybe on the side there. Right under the belt. Just, I can do more with the pencil, but I'm just going to put a little bit down because it's fun. A little under the bow there. That. And again, I'll get more detail with the pencil, but just gives you a little bit of a start like that. And you can always go in and spray it and seal it and then go and add some more layers. I'm trying to add as few sprays as I I'm trying to get as much done without spraying it. Then I'll go in and spray it. But remember, once you spray it, well, at least with the Spectrafix fine is a final, and I got the Grumbacher final seal. You can't go back and erase anything. So you want to make sure. Okay, Eileen, thank you. I can keep going. Brent's not streaming at 11. Okay. Um, you want to. Oh, Sharon, thank you. Oh my gosh, you girls. Thank you, Sharon, for the super chat. Thank you so much. You girls are so sweet. You want to make sure that you have like any dust, have your kneaded eraser. Suze, you got your kneaded eraser out? Thank you so much, Sharon. That's so sweet. You guys get away any dust or anything you don't want sealed. If you want to do any more highlighting like I did on those little white dots with the eraser, if you want to get anything gone, where's the little one? If you want to get anything, highlighted, removed, anything in the hair or anything, once you seal it, then you can't do that. Thanks so much. Yeah, Elizabeth, the adapter and the small, I don't know if it's sold separately. It came with this eraser, the AFMAT. It came with that. The little adapter, the plastic adapter with the little tiny eraser, but it fits. It's the same size as the Derwent. So I don't know if you can buy the little adapter and the little eraser separately. Maybe even Derwent has them. I don't know. It was the first time I'd seen it when it came with this one. You have a kneaded eraser, Suze? Okay. Yeah. It comes with refills. Yeah, I got came with the bag. Hang on. It came. This came in this bag with all of these. On Amazon, yeah. And Sue's I think, wasn't it you that just said, Suze, that these are 2 for the price of 1 now? Oh, and you can order, okay, Suze, gotcha. You can order the refills alone and you get another set of adapters with the refills. Ah, perfect. Perfect. Thanks, Suze. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my poly. I was using Prisma purple, but it kept breaking on me. I must have picked up the one that I've had issues with. It just wouldn't stay sharpened, so I went to my poly. But I got the Prismacolor, these other 2 purples, Prismacolor these out. I mean, I could get the polys out too. And so what I did is I went in here and did some darkening in behind some of the little, just to give it some more oomph. Okay, so now I'm going to go in here and on the darker pattern, because that's hard to get in there with the, I mean, I could really work on getting right in there, but I'd make more work for yourself. I'm going to get in here with pencil. And I'm just doing the pattern right now. When I do the shadowing, like in here, I'll do that darker. See, and then just kind of soften it a little. So the shadow would be under here, in here, wherever there's a shadow. Do that detailing. And I might have to do some more on the gold. I might have to put another layer of gold or some more, something to do with, shading the gold, maybe with a good gold is in the greens is Let me find it. It's not there. Where is it? What's it called again? Green ochre. There's a couple of them. Green ochre. And what's this one again? Artichoke. These are good golds because I don't use metallic gold pencils. These are good for like making a gold or shading gold. Now you got to realize too, I have not tested how well pencils will go over this gold. Pencils usually do not go over metallic pens and paints very well. But I haven't tested this one. This is I think it's Kuretake, but I could be wrong. I can't give you a name. It's one that Anne sent me. She got from Japan. I have the gold and silver. And the seller sent a request to respond to Amazon. They will give you 50% off. Oh, nice, Suze. Bonus. Bonus. So I'm just going to get some shadow underneath the gold belt here. Nothing, not on the little rope belt. I know there's a name for it. I'm thinking this is the oboe, but that could be on the men's. I'm not sure if that's what it's called on the women's. The like kimono belt. So I'm just going to shade right under there. They have pencil sharpeners and other stuff. And other stuff. I got to go get me some coffee here in a minute, guys. Take a quick break. Been here about 2.5 hours, and I did run and get some juice. There was really no pleats in this. I put my own. And I'll blend that in. Let me sharpen again. Thanks, guys. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm glad we got to do a little impromptu today. And hopefully this video will render without any issues. And chat be there. Because yesterday, I don't know what happened. Everything seemed fine. Left the stream, and for hours and hours, it just keeps saying processing. And I don't know why. I may have to delete the video if it doesn't fix or stop processing. I don't know if anybody else has had that happen to them on their videos, where it just continuously says processing on their live videos, or, well, I guess any video. I mean, we haven't had really any issues since coming over from Ustream. Hi, Bonnie. Okay, so let me get in here and do a little more. So the nice thing is the pencils go right over the pastel. So nice. Eileen, I don't know anybody knows. It's in Japanese. I'm probably holding it upside down. A little bit goes this way, this way, this way. Yeah, but the videos are gone, Pacola. All the videos are gone. Our accounts are still there because they want you to just, they're not deleting your account. You just can't stream for free anymore. So our accounts probably won't go away. Our Ustream accounts will probably still remain because they are hoping that some people will probably want to pay their $99 a month to stream. Well, I personally don't know anybody, but I'm sure NASA doesn't have any problem paying for their $99 a month or whatever, you know. Bye. Bye, Elizabeth. Thanks for popping in. Um, but the account shouldn't go away. But at least mine and the people I went and checked, their videos are all gone. And they told you 2 or 3 months ago, your videos will be gone. So if you want to save them, of course, I already saved all mine. I saved them as I did them. So, but Anne has a friend who sends her. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly, Kat. Yeah, that's where Anne got them from Japan. A friend in Japan. And she wasn't using them, so she sent them to me. And I wasn't using my Blick markers, so I sent those to her. She had said something about testing them out. I said, well, here, I'll send you some you can test. So she has a Blick in Savannah. She has, I think, two, maybe three Blicks in Savannah. And I told her to go to the one on the river because that's the one that I went to when we've gone down there. Hang on real quick, guys. And it's awesome. It's huge. It's like the Walmart of Blicks. Hey, Miro. Hi, Miro in Poland. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Katrina. She's coming along. I'm really zoomed in here so y'all can see the detail. So I'm going to shade, behind some of this. And I'm just taking my time. And, that was one of the things that I wanted to come on today and just chill, not hurry. We'll just get done what I can get done. So I want to get this pattern in here darkened. Because, you sometimes gotta rush on when you're streaming. I say have to, you really don't have to, but you want to get as much done as you can. So it's kind of sometimes a hurried process. I said, well, today I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to come in here and play with practicing with my Pan Pastels and pencils. You're going to go to Jerry's on Saturday, Jerry's Artorama, Eileen? See if I can find them there. Yeah. And also Blick sells Pan Pastels on, oh, you're going to look for the pen, you mean? Yeah. Do you want to take a picture of it, Eileen? Do you have your phone? I mean, can you take a screenie or something? You want to take a picture of it so you can have the information, right? Let's see, right? Get the glare off there. You want to take a screenie, Eileen? Can you grab that so that you have a picture of it if you go? You got it? Well, I'm coloring books the other day, Dee Dee. You did. Yeah, it did. I was sore the next day after doing those color books, and part of it was leftover soreness. Okay, got it. Leftover soreness from when I took that tumble down my sidewalk last week. That was no fun. But at least I didn't break anything. Hi, Panda. Anne's mom will know what it says on the pen. Yeah. We'll see if Eileen. Don't say nothing. Let's make Eileen work for that one. Let's make her work for finding that one. Because you know Eileen's our enabler elf. She finds us everything. Let's make her work for that one. We're so bad. uh, well, Kenneth, I've been at this a long time. Been at arting for a long time. And I've been in this studio for almost 20 years. And a lot of the color books I have, they've been gifted to me by the girls. So, you know. Which I'm very appreciative of, and I try to color in every one. We get to them all eventually. See, I'm just kind of purpling up the pattern there. I saw the exact pen on Amazon. It was a Kuretake. Okay, Kenny, thank you. Now see, you gave it away. Now Eileen doesn't have to work for that pen. She just has to go Google Kuretake pens. No, she says she's going to go to Jerry's Artorama though, so. So I'm just kind of getting a pattern. I'm not just very lightly, just almost want just a little bit, just want that pattern to pop, right? And then there'll be shadows though down in here, next to the side of her body. That needs blending. So let me get my purple. Where's my little tool? Where'd my tool go? Here we go. Just kind of feather that out. Keep it nice and soft. Soft kitty, warm kitty, little girl, friend. Oh, thanks, Kenneth. Oh, you'd already told her, Kenny? Oh, well. Pshaw. Okay. So just kind of smoothing out the pencil in any place. Let's see. I mean, I'm barely touching it. I mean, there's, enough on there that just tapping it and you just, smooth everything out. All right, let's go over here. I'm going to get the dark purple. Just to smooth those little pleats out there. It's popping. Yeah, it's popping. Okay. I still, I just put the dark purple around it, which I've probably rubbed some off. I was just going to kind of try to put a purple aura around her. So let me go back to this. Go back to, and it's so funny because that looks blue on camera. This is purple, like violet purple, and that's lilac. So I'm going to get some of that. Okay, I'm going to turn it over and get some of the light right there. Blend. Blending on the sponge is really awesome. And then I want to kind of feather out a little bit of lighter. Let's see how gently I can do this. Just so it's kind of like an aura around her, but I don't want it to look like her hair either, I'm going to have to maybe go all the way to the edge. Otherwise, it's just going to look like her hair or something. So that's a good blending practice. Get a little darker. Like that's where I had the dark, right along the edge there. Oh, thanks, Kenny. Yeah, we did her hair earlier if you weren't here. I don't know, something like that. Now she looks like she has on a hoodie or a cape, or something. That's okay. I just want a little color around the back there. And her arm just kind of ends there. I don't like the way that ends. I almost want to like feather that all the way to the edge, Let's get some lighter there. Let's just go ahead and have that come off the edge. It just looks like her arm's like, not there. I mean, that's just the way the colorist ended it, but we can do what we want. We can make the sleeve go all the way down like that. She's not, the artist is not going to email you and tell you did it wrong. From a previous past, well, she almost looks, no, she's just, yeah. Now what I want to do though is I'm going to get some of the lavender color because I want this flower to be lavender. So I'm going to put the lavender on the flower, at least in the center there, because I don't mind the little white edge. So I'm going to put that on there. And then get in here with the pencils. Let's start with the, this is the Perma Violet. And I do have a piece of cardstock under here I should be using. So I've been using the violet poly. So you see the difference in the color there. Hey, Robin. So, Eileen, what else do you plan on getting at Jerry's Artorama? Why are you going to Jerry's Artorama? Was there I mean, I'm sure it wasn't just to find that pen. Why else were you going? Come on, fess up, girl. Fess up. Where's my tool? Oh, here it is. Fess up. Eileen, why were you planning on going to Jerry's Artorama in the first place? You're just using that pen as an excuse now. You're using that pen as an excuse. I know you. You had other intentions. Let's get right there in the center. And now I'll go in with the dark. You're going to a demo. Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm sorry. Forgive me, Eileen. You did say you were going for a demo on the Marabou art sticks. So I'm sorry. I apologize. You had a valid reason for going. Sorry, guys. I'm shaking the camera when I'm laughing because the camera stick is on the touching my table. Today, I lowered the camera itself rather than just zooming in. So now if I laugh, it jiggles it. Okay, I think I'm going to put some little veins in there. I like those little flower veins. Makes it look more, I don't know, I won't say realistic, but more authentic. Should I put the link in for the pins? You can, Pacola. Go ahead, Pacola found the pins, Eileen. But if she is going down there to Jerry's Artorama for a demo tomorrow, then of course she's going to want to buy something from Jerry's Artorama. That's just an excuse. Well, I had to have this Kuretake gold. And don't forget the silver one, Eileen. Don't forget to pick up the silver one while you're at it. I gotta go get something to drink, guys. All right, so there. So I just put a little veining in the flower. What do y'all think? See how the pencil goes right on top? And then it just needs a little bit of stamen dots inside the flower, maybe a couple extended out here. something like that. All right, so let me get the silver pen out to entice Eileen. There's a silver. Do I have it pumped up? Yeah, I got it pumped. Let me pump it one more time. Let's make sure it's pumped. There's the gold, Eileen. Let's see here. Okay, I don't have it. I need it. Oh, there it goes. All right, let me roll it out here. Just don't roll it out on the phone though. Okay, so I pumped it up and it puts like a bubble of ink or paint. And then you just got to kind of go over to the side and kind of like roll it out. So here's the silver. I'm going to go real thin, Eileen. Real thin. Thicker, thicker, thicker. Get as thick as we can and roll, 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 roll back. There we go, Eileen. We'll let that dry real quick. Let her peek in here while I go get some juice, something to drink real quick. It's not too bad. I mean, it's a little flashed out, but I do have there we go. There's a color right there. Maybe if I tilt my light down just a little. There we go. But that's better right there. But I can't get it too dark because then it just doesn't work on the video, right? But that's the true color right there. So you can get the both up. You can get them to bind together, Picola. Okay. Eileen will have them by tomorrow. Why wait for cherries? Probably true. The other thing I could have probably done is I'm on a little board. I could have probably popped the board up just a little. Let's see, if we get a small, something kind of not too high. And let me just prop up the board just slightly. There we go. Is that any better? I don't know if that made a difference or not. It's propping up the board a little. Okay, let me go get something to drink. Take a quick break, guys. I'll be right back. Let me find Andy. Y'all know Andy Warhol. That means we'll BRB. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Just give me about 2 minutes. Give me some fresh coffee. Okay, I got my fresh coffee. Cats want in, but can't have them in right now. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Andy. Uh, uh, all right. Yeah, that propping that up. I should have done that earlier, but we learn as we go. Okay. Do a little bit more on her, then I might go spray her and then come back and do final details. Because it's looking good. Now let's see, maybe a couple more things. Let's go back to my sharpening my purple up. Picola, I think we're about the same age. Janet, too. So I'll put a little bit. Where's my tool? Where'd my tool go? Here it is. Let's get a little darker there. I think you still need to go behind the gold flower on her dress. Oh yeah, yeah, I am. I hadn't got up there yet. I for sure am, Rosalind. See how I've done the belt here? Even though the belt sticks out, and that's probably pretty flush. Yes, for sure. And then same thing for her hair. Got to do those hair strands again. I hope I catch on Pan Pastels as quickly. It's really, they're kind of intuitive. They kind of just blend themselves. They really do. And if you've ever done any kind of coloring and blending, then you kind of got an idea of, blending. But they're just so, especially skin, you know. Even though I did get a couple of purple smudges on her face, I could probably erase them out, but um, let me just go with the white here, like, oh, I'll clean that off. Enough to get some white back in her cheeks and her chin. And I'll blend it out a little bit more on her neck, her nose. And you can do this with pencil too, guys. I'm just trying to do as much of the work as possible with where's that here? Let's go with this. With the Pan Pastels. All right, now let's go back with the peach color. And once I spray her, then I can go back with another layer. Oh, thanks, Susan. Thank you. But you see how you can get, your hands and your tools. You can make a mess. You got to try to keep your area as clean as possible. All right, so now let's go in behind this flower here. And see, I'm still deciding what I want to do on the gold itself. Do I want to put a little white highlights? Do I want to? I don't know. We'll see. Just kind of going around each of the little scrolly things. And hopefully there won't be any upload issues, or I should say rendering, because the video is already uploaded. It just renders with this one, like I did like we had trouble with one yesterday. Hopefully this one will go up fine. Didn't know, didn't you like the book? Hey Connie, welcome. Didn't I like the book you sent me? Yes, I like the book you sent me. You weren't here to comment on it. I'll show it next stream. I commented to you on Twitter. Did you not see it? Did you not see my tweet? Thank you, Karen. I got it yesterday after our show. The mail came after our show. So I didn't get to show it yesterday. And today's an impromptu. I wasn't even planning on streaming today. But thank you. I love it. We'll color in it. We'll get to it eventually. We get to them all eventually. So I just want to get a little bit of dark in there. Then I'll get the lavender color. And blend it out. Bye, Roslyn. All right, now I'm going to go in here with, maybe I should go in here with the medium purple first to kind of get some of the darker, very dark edges kind of softened. Then I'll go in there with the lavender. That'll be more blendable. Smoothing it out there. I'll put some highlights on it. Oh, thanks, Louise. Yeah. Might need to get a little bit more purple in her eyes on the sides there, because I want her to have purple eyes. But the more the more you're working with the pastels, the more that you're going to risk rubbing on them. And even if you're very careful not to touch anything, things can still get a little like brushed around. So you got to be really careful. And that's, probably a good idea to spray a few times. Thanks, Kalina. All right. So just trying to, these little details take time, especially they're little like this. Now I'll get the light lavender. Hey, Blue Moon. Blue Moonlight, Indiana. And now I'm going to get in here. Now that's going to might be a little too, very little. It's almost going to go to another shade of purple. Don't know that I want to put much of that in there. Just a little bit of overlay. Then I'll go in there with maybe some white. Just softens the top. I mean, like the pencil line marks. And again, I really should have put the purple down before I put the gold. They're fun, Kimberly. They are. I mean, I would recommend if you just want to, try them without getting full sets or anything, just get like some skin colors or a skin set or the portrait set. I don't know which is in either one, but either one would probably have enough for you to do skin colors, All right, now I want to get my white pencil, sharpen that. Hey, Heather. And now I'm going to get in there and just kind of, and I know I'm shaking the table. My camera's on the thing up there touching the table. And if it touches the table, it can shake. So I just want to kind of blend it in here. And I think I'm going to run over to Chick-fil-A and get me a sandwich after this, after I finish this. I mean, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I don't want to get hangry. All right, so what I want to do is like get some highlights on the gold itself. So that'll be a Posca thing. These addicted. I do like the Pan Pastels, Heather. I do like them. All right, so now I want to, and again, I can go over these and knock it back, but I want to put I'm going to put an extra an extra highlight on each one. And we'll see what we can go from there. I'm going to do the same over here on the other gold and on the belt. I could always just go in here with what do you call it? Like Winkostella or something shine, something glittery, but I'm not. I put head down for a minute. Thanks, Marianne. All right, so there you can see the white on those things there. This one right there. All right, let's go over here. I need to put something down if I'm going to go work on this. I don't want to set my hand on here. So let me get a wax paper or piece of parchment. Otherwise, I have to turn it upside down. So rather than do that, I'm just going to just sit like this. I don't want it to move. I don't want to shift it, but I don't want to sit my hand on that. I'll try to hold my hand back so you can kind of see what I'm doing. It's a little leaf thing. Now I was thinking about putting some little purple inside there, but I'll just leave it. Okay. So yeah, we were talking about Inktober earlier. So I do plan on, I'm going to do Inktober. I kind of have a tentative idea to do the innards of vegetables and fruit. So I made all my list. I got about 35 fruit and vegetables written down. And I want to sketch them out and see, if it really is going to look like anything. Like, I don't want to exactly do macro drawings, but, close-ups of the insides, but not necessarily complete macro innards. And so I'd want to do them in black and white, and then maybe color them, watercolor or brush pen them after, like post it twice, like post it once with the color and then right next to it, post it with, the black and white and the color. That's what I'm trying to say. And I do have some new books. Where's Janet? Clutch your pearls, girl. I do have a couple new books. Okay, I'm thinking that might be enough. And then I'll go over it with, I try to do the super chat once a month, so you are with, oh, thanks, Connie. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for the book. Yeah, and I'm going to show, I want to do a better, I want to show it, to regular stream, on regular stream. Yeah, Connie got me the, what's it called? What's it called? I think I have it in the other, well, no, here it is. I was going to say I was looking at it in the other room. She got me the Grimm's Fairy Tale Volume 2. I have Volume 1. So she got me the Grimm's Fairy. This will be a good one for Halloween. So we'll have to do a show with that. Also got to get some happy mail out today, or well, get it ready for tomorrow. Hubster goes to the mailbox tomorrow. I mean, to the post office tomorrow. So, all right. Before I start doing any more highlights or anything, I'm going to go out and spray it. I am going to go out and spray it because then I can do another like top layer. So let me go outside real quick. You have the box set of what, Loretta? I'm sorry, I missed it. Yeah, I'm gonna add some more color on top of it, but I'm gonna spray it. The Grimm's. Oh, you have the box. I didn't know there was a box set. Oh, you mean the real Grimm's fairy tales, Loretta? Not the color books, but the real Grimm's books. Yeah, it would be a good book for Halloween. Oh, you do? The coloring books are in a box set? Oh, okay, Loretta. All right, let me go run outside real quick, guys. Where's Andy? Andy. I'll be right back. I know y'all want to come in, maybe in a minute. I know you want to come in. All right, I'll leave the door open, but you can't jump up on the table. I don't know if you're going to want to come in if you can't jump up on the table. Okay. Maybe I should put a lid on a couple of these things. Hang on, guys, because the cats do not know what it means to not jump on the table with open Pan Pastel sets. So I better put these lids. Yeah, she's looking at me like, I'll let you come up here in a minute, okay? I'll let you come up in a minute. Okay, so I sprayed it. Yeah, I have that one too, Suze. All right, yeah, you can't get on this. She wants to. She's on the table. Look. I have the lid on it, so she can't do anything. Now, don't get on those. Got sleepy in your eye, baby. And here comes Oliver. He just came in. All right. All right, so I did notice, let me show this, unless it's just not dry. All right, so I sprayed it I used the Grumbacher. Look, I did not spray it right there. Can y'all see the color change? See, this is the kind of stuff you have to be aware of with fixatives. So I sprayed the whole thing, and remember, this background was black to begin with. Look, I did not spray it right there, and look. See that? It changed the color of the black paper, because this was black paper. This was not paint. Yeah, I have the Spectra Fix too, and I've sprayed things with it, and it's fine, but I haven't worked back up on top of it yet. I don't, I only can color so many things, you know. I have to do some more experimenting. So yeah, I got to do the Spectrafix. Okay, let me zoom back out for a minute here because I think it's like messing with my color. Let me just zoom back all the way back out. We'll kind of readjust everything. And yeah, cats are one's right here, the other one's on the floor, wanting up here. All right, let me move. Let me move everything because y'all want to come up here. I should know better than to open the door and let you guys in. I'm working. There you go. Come on. You want to come back up? Come on. You can come up now. All right. So now what I want to do is with the white Posca, I want to do some highlighting and I want to do some kind of color on top of the gold. Like the I want this, let's see here. Let's do a test. Let's do a test with this. Where's all my, I moved all my paper towels. I moved everything. It's my paper towels. It's not under there. All right, let's see. Let's get another one. I'm still practicing on paper. These are right. They make you move things every 15 minutes. Oh, I mean, don't you know it, Eileen? Okay, so this is the dairy yellow, dairy tide, dairy lid. Anyway, DIARY, diary, diary lide, LIDE, dairy lide, yellow shade. It's like gold. Now I do have a gold, but I don't really want to put gold. I don't really want to put gold shot, you know, I want to just kind of, let's go with this. I want to kind of put this over the top of the white Posca. So what it does, the Posca, where I put the white Posca is still bright, but it's knocked back a little bit. Can you see where I put it and where I have it? You know, I'll show it next stream, Connie. I want to finish this up and go. We've been here 3.5 hours, and I'm hoping this video is not going to have an issue rendering like yesterday's video. If y'all just joining me, I talked about it earlier, that yesterday's video, only half of it rendered, and the chat did not render. So I don't know what the deal is. It shows in my dashboard, it shows processing still. And I've never had that issue so far with the live show. With the live YouTube, I mean, we've had issues with it processing when we've tried to upload from Ustream, but I've never had a live show be processing and not, you know, so I don't know if I'm going to just have to delete that video or what. Put a little in that flower. So can you see the difference between that one and that one? Now I'm going to turn it. I'm going to turn it so I can get over here on this side. So this was just kind of a little impromptu to kind of test to see how the video will be, and also just to have some time without being rushed to work with the Pan Pastels without rushing through, because, and I know nobody really makes me rush when I'm streaming. I said this earlier. But when you're streaming and people want to see things done, they don't want to see partial done things. Sammy's having issues with Ustream too? I mean YouTube? What's your issues? Is she still here or is she gone? What kind of issues is she having with YouTube? Because I hadn't noticed. I see her videos up, but I'm not there live, so I don't know. What's been her issues? Hey, Jean. Oh, it's okay. I didn't. This is just an impromptu. I didn't even tweet it, Jean. I just came in to work on some Pan Pastels because I don't have to rush. On a. I don't feel like I'm obligated to finish anything. If I don't finish something, then later I get emails. Well, X, Y, and Z. You know. Uh, you need the clipboard that turns like a lazy Susan. Nah, you just turn your paper. She gets off live sorts of issues for. Yeah, see, that's what happened to mine yesterday, Irin or Erin. Yesterday's video processed half my video. So when you go to look at my video from yesterday, it starts like an hour and a half, 2 hours in. And there's only 2 hours of the video there. And the chat did not process. So the chat's not there from yesterday either. So, hopefully this one will process and be up and no issues. But yeah, yesterday's video is half there and there's no chat. And it still says processing. Yeah, well, see, that's what I'm thinking. Might have to just delete it. I don't want it to affect any other videos. I haven't deleted it yet, but because people can still watch it. They can still watch the second half. It's there. It's weird. It's that the chat's not there and the first half is not there. But you can watch it. It shows people watching it. But I don't want it to affect future videos. Well, yeah, but we can't upload it again, Picola. There's a live show. There is no saved video. Do you know what I'm saying? It's saving right now. Like the live show is saving right now. If I delete it, it's gone. There's no re-uploading. It's like it's not on my computer. I don't know if I can download it to my computer, but then will it download a half processed video? Do you understand what I'm saying? Picola or anybody or Jean? You can't download a video that's processing. Does that make sense? I don't know how you would even do that. I mean, okay. All right. Let's see what else I want to do. All right. So the cat's right here. Now here's the boy cat. Okay. So here's Oliver. Don't get on here. No. Look up here and say hi. Look up here and say hi. You want to say hi, baby? You want to say hi? No, you can't get on here. No. Okay, got to get down now. Get down. Right, it's live. Can you look on Video Manager and see if you can restart? It says processing in the Video Manager. I don't think there is a restart. It's just says processing. No, I don't have Minicam, Heather. I haven't got it yet. Yeah, I don't have Minicam. And I just go straight live, Heather. I'm not using OBS or anything. Yeah. I'm not using any software as far as as far as broadcasting. I'm not using any broadcasting software. Yeah. So, yeah. That is what I do too. What do you do, Kathy? Where's there a where is that? I don't see any place in my remember this. Are you talking about with live, Kathy? Yeah, I don't have any of that right now, Heather. I don't have XSplit. I haven't paid for any of that. I've just been doing free live, free live. Um, so you go straight to live stream, Kathy, and then if it says it's processing, I don't see any place where it says. I see where it says delete, but I don't see any place where it says reload on a currently processing video. Does that make sense? Yeah, yeah. No, this had a black background, and when I sprayed it, it darkened it. Can you see where I sprayed it, and see where I didn't spray it right there? So this is the kind of thing that used to irritate me about fixatives, and this is why I never like to spray my artwork with fixatives. See how that changed that? Look, that is the black paper background where I sprayed it. And that is where I did not spray it. See that little corner right there? That's where no fixative got on it. So fixative will change your stuff. Um, yeah, you can't do that with live. Yeah, Kathy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I appreciate, but yeah, I know. I know. Trust me. Hopefully this will show whole live, not process. Yeah, see, my videos almost immediately process halfway. I mean, when I say finish, half the video is there and it just says processing, right? And it usually takes because of the chat, because we're also rendering a live chat. It will take 2, 3, 4 hours to fully render like this is going to be 4 hour video. It can take 3 hours to fully render a full 4 hour video. But yesterday was the first time that one of my videos never finished processing. So only half the video from yesterday is there and no chat. So yeah. Thank you, Kat. Yeah, well, see, if that happened to me, like if this doesn't render, I'm not redoing this. I'll just post a picture of my finished piece. I'm not going to redo this. Just saying. And I don't make copies of it anyway. This is well, there's two. There are two in the book. Each the Japanese girls, there's two of them, but I'm not redoing. Yeah, I'm not redoing it. No, I don't think so, Eileen. Trust me, they're big enough to handle a few you streamers coming over. There's not millions of us. There's not millions of you streamers coming over to YouTube, and it's been 2 months. I don't think that's an issue. That's just me, though, Eileen. Yeah, Sammy's didn't get any of her videos. Yeah, I'm still. If this does not upload, guys, I'm not redoing this. Just saying. So if you're here live, you'll see this, and then I will. I'll post a photo. Okay, so what I wanted to do, a couple things. I want to do her hair. Maybe let's see if I'm doing it with, do I want to do it with a black Posca? Do I just want to do it with my pen? Let's see if I can do, because she has these long, straight hairs coming straight down. And as long as I'm not picking up too much fixative or picking up anything like that, I should be able to glide over the top. of these of the long hairs that are like coming down like that. And then she has some coming across like this. Then she has some coming down here. I'm just following the ones that the artist put, right? So those are the ones the artist already had. There are some live streams where you cannot see the chat lately. Well, CB, some people don't allow the chat to replay. You can select that. As the streamer, you can select that chat replay does not show. I think Barb does that. I think Barb does not have chat replay. I'm thinking it's Barb. It could be somebody else I'm thinking of. But you can select not to have the chat show on the replay. So that is an option. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this is, I want to put a few, I'm going to kind of go with the artist's hairs that she's already got there. Now I just want to touch at the end so that's not a harsh edge where it ends. Of course, I can always go back in there and shade it out. You don't show your chat on your replays? Yeah. So there, what I'm saying is there's that option. Okay, now I'm going to do a few of my own here. Just want to touch the ends. And I can go back in there and pastel that a little to make it blend a little better. So I want a few. Extra hairs come across like that. Maybe a couple right here. Just a couple like that. Okay. Now I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going back in here with pencil and pastel, and like the edges, I'll blend the edges out a little bit. Where's my blue? Do I have it on here? There. This is where I had the blue, or the grays rather. Thank you, Eileen. I recorded mine with the chat on Tuesday. Yeah, I went to yours, Dot, and I tried to watch your recording, and for whatever reason, the sound was messed up on your video. I don't know if that was YouTube, but the sound on yours, even on the replay, was all like I could hear every third word. So I don't know what happened on that. That could be a total different issue. Well, I haven't had to do that on the other ones, Dot. For 2 months, I haven't had to break up my videos. They've been 4 hours long with no problems. It's just yesterday was the first time that I had an issue with a video rendering. So I don't know. But yeah, I tried to go back and watch yours, but it was the same. It was the same on the recording as it was on the live. Hey, Ann, how you feeling? I heard you weren't feeling well. Are you okay? I'm just about wrapping this up here. I did an impromptu today just to, so I'm going to have to get in here with pencil because I don't want to get rid of all my highlights here. I don't want to get rid of all of it. with the Pan Pastel. And it's very coverage. So let me go in there. Okay, and let's see. A little bit of a gray here. Need to darken just a little separation there. Yeah, I'm going to go get me a Chick-fil-A. Hubster went to meet his brother, so he's going to eat with his brother. Thanks, guys. When I played it back, I could hear most of it until towards the end. Wasn't very long. Your video was only like 45 minutes, wasn't it? Wasn't very long, Dot. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with this one. Hopefully it renders and posts in a couple hours. I mean, they've always taken a couple hours to upload. The 4-hour videos, they've always taken a couple hours, at least a minimum of a couple hours. But the one from yesterday only half rendered and no chat. So whatever. We'll see what happens with this one. I'm just kind of tweaking some of the flyaways so they don't look too unnatural. Kind of shading them back just a little bit here and there so that they have like a shine to them, but not like a white line. But they're still brighter. See, they're still brighter. See how that kind of looks like where I've knocked it back right there? You can still see the lines, but it's faded in. Thanks, Anne. So I was zoomed in closer earlier when we were doing details. But I ought to have her, I ought to make this come all the way down. Have these hairs come all the way off the page. Like that. So I'll do a little bit more with that. So these are the three, and again, let me show the book. This is the Japanese girls. Yeah, Pacola, when I go into my dashboard, it says processing. That's what it says on my end, and there's nothing I can do because I can't re-upload it because I never uploaded it in the first place. YouTube uploaded it. I don't have the original video. I don't have the original video of this one. YouTube has the originals of these. There's nothing for me to re-upload. So, but when I go to like if I bring it up on my phone, the video starts midway. I can watch it. I can watch half the video from yesterday. If you're talking about this video, it shouldn't even be there yet because I'm not ending stream yet. Yeah, but Anne, mine's been overnight. We were talking about it earlier. Here's my other two I've done on that. It's been overnight. It won't finish processing at all, Anne. Yeah, I know that happens. That's what happens. And it usually takes about 2 to 3 hours to fully render. But my video from yesterday is still processing. That's about 4 hours. All my videos are between 3 and 4 hours. And they all take about 2 to 3 hours to fully render. But yesterday's video is still stuck. Yesterday's video is. And I've never had one of my live YouTube videos stuck for going on 24 hours now? And apparently Sammy's had some issues with hers too. So, yeah. So we'll see what happens to this one. How long are your videos learning through the insanity? How long are your videos? Yeah, maybe YouTube has a bug. I don't know. See, my videos are like 4 hours. This one is almost 4 hours. So we'll see what happens. I'll give it a couple hours. We'll see what happens. Then I'll tweet. I'll tweet YouTube. What's going on, YouTube? No, I think you can, with live learning through the insanity, that's your name. I mean, you can have 8 hours of live. You can stream 8 hours live. I haven't done that. I've only streamed like 4.5, I think was my max. No, I think 6. 6.5 was when Cameron was here. So I did do a 6.5 hour video, and it took a couple hours to render, but it didn't hang up all night long, you know? So, all right, let's do a couple more edges here, just on the tips. Just softening the very edges of her hair. So we'll see what happens with this one. Like I said, since coming over to YouTube a couple months ago, I have had absolutely no issues uploading or, well, having YouTube render. Okay, so I think, guys, yeah, I'm sure they'll get it fixed eventually, but we have to say something. If nobody says anything, I don't know that they even know, you know. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I don't like the way this looks like it's floating. I think that needs to be like, I think this needs to be brought down into at least touching. There's a little bit of gold on there. Okay, now let me, thanks guys. The only thing that I noticed, again, this is, I think, see this one, I painted the black. This one I painted black. So when I sprayed it, I didn't notice anything happening. This one didn't have a black background. This one, it came in the, you know, so half the color book has the black backgrounds already done, right? Well, when I sprayed this one with the fixative, I missed that corner. See how I missed the corner spraying it? And look at it did. It didn't, it changed the color. So you got to watch fixatives. I'm telling you, I've had issues with them in the past, years ago, you know, other than the smell. So I will take a picture with some Pan Pastels around her and post it. I might just tweak just the tiniest bit in her eyes here. Just the tiniest little more highlight. Because the pastel kind of gets on top and can, you know, put a haze. And then one other thing, where's my white? Where's my white pencil? There it is. A little bit on her nose. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for, she can't really, she doesn't have the video since it was live. Yeah, right, exactly. Exactly. And same here. We can't, we don't have the video. We don't have the video to upload. So if you stream, I mean, YouTube has it hung up in their whatever, you know, not much we can do about that except say, hey, can you look and see if you can do something? But hopefully this one won't be an issue. Maybe it was just a glitch. Maybe it was just a glitch, and that's what we hope for. So I really like her. I really like the way she turned out. Thanks, guys. Thanks. You're welcome. I hope y'all have a great day. This was just a little impromptu, just to, come on and let's get a little bit more glow right there. I might do couple more little spots here. Bring it out. Okay. I hope y'all have a good day. I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A. I'll post a picture, and I'm going to Chick-fil-A. Thanks, Shirley. So I hope everybody had a good day. Yeah, Jean, though, Sammy's been having issues with hers processing and not rendering too. So it's not just me. A couple other girls have said that their videos are not processing either. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll roll with it. We always do. We always do. All right, guys. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.